Okay.
Welcome in, everybody. It is a fierce, fabulous Fly Friday on purpose, you guys. Thank you all for being here. I am your host, Kiana. Today, you guys, I have in the house Mr. Galactic
Yeah.
Emperor, all the way from the TikTok streets, you guys. This is what real connection looks like, is when you just happen to hear somebody speak and you like, oh, what you just say? Let me get my notebook
Yeah.
because it resonated. I remembered. I felt something. But not more importantly than that, it's always when a brother speaks, it should actually be like, he ain't over here doing this, and all this other stereo, superficial stuff that we actually know about. It's a brother over here that's want to teach you so that you can open up and see who you really are. And this brother spoke some words into myself and to others that I had to ask him, hey, you want to come over here to speak to my heart and be a guest? He said yes. And I said, okay. And this is where we at now. So, Galactic Emperor, share with us who you are, where you're from, and what you're deeply passionate about.
Well, for the first beginning, I'm Ashley. I'm from Georgia. Born and raised. Jonathan. And at the end of the day, it was more than likely something that I've approached in my life. Long parts of years that I've been going through like transition after transition after transition, and it's mostly taken me a lot further than where these schools have eventually taught. So for me, it's been a great journey. It's been a great journey. I had ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I was able to come back from it. I was able to breathe. I was able to really get myself balanced back into the parts that it mostly resonated with me. So it's just a tough time, but at the end of the day, I make it the best time ever.
He said the best time ever. You make it the best time ever, Galactic. I like that. I like the fact of
Every
that. The
single day,
mindset is, hey, I make it the best time ever.
ever. Yes.
Was it always like that for you though? Was, because people like to give the, oh yeah, I'm good now. I do this. But in the reality, you know, right, are you really living that way? I know that you are, but I'm saying before you got to that mindset of, I know I'm making it the best. I know what I'm doing. What was that mindset before that? Before you became, I'm I'm complete within. So outside of me doesn't affect me.
I've For me, I've never really had the point to where I could partake in where sometimes my energy will be somewhere else, but then all the way within me. So for me, I couldn't say that my whole life was like built off of, bricks and stones. I could literally say that each time in all my childhood, I always thought that that I could be whatever I wanted to be. You know what I mean? When it came down to that part. So when I say not good, not good at all, like when it comes down to that part, some parts of it was good, some parts of it wasn't. So childhood on up to the teenager side to the adult side. Regardless, I still had the mentality of not giving up on myself ever. So regardless how the world saw me, I still had the mentality of yes, I can.
Oh, hashtag yes I can to everybody. That's one
Absolutely.
of the main important things that you really got to grasp. Saying an affirmative to yourself. Like, if I don't affirm something with myself, your emotions are going to get you. Your mindset going to be with these thoughts that you over here. Can I really do it? Now you questioning what you just put a stamp on, and now all that is just went nowhere. Now I'm in this nothingness space and trying to, go catch that back. There is no
Absolutely.
catching something back when you've decided to put doubt right there. Allow the fear-based mindset of society to be in the place of where you know that yes, I can.
Mm.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying right there with
Yeah.
that. Yes, I can. Welcome in those who are on the TT streets. We really do appreciate you today. The guest is Galactic Emperor, and we really appreciate him and the family that follows him. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Galactic,
Yes.
how important is it in where we are right now to take care of your health, take
Um.
care of healing, take care of allowing yourself to like remove the band-aid and become
Yes.
your own and accept it.
Well, it's actually a good feeling. It's a better feeling than just good. At the end of the day, most people would take the health as in the physical form, but still, it's a part of your mental as well. I know life struggles and everything else may take its partaking, but still take the chance, take the time out to really breathe, like really breathe. You know, it's so much in the world that people can attach themselves to, but when you really come from under those labels, you know how life gives you these labels that you have to be what they want you to be. At the end of the day, all you can be is yourself. So when it comes down to that, it plays a major role in this lifetime. Sometimes we will dress the occasion, sometimes we'll dress to play the part, but sometimes when you really play that so much, it definitely takes a lot of energy out of you. So when it comes back to the healthy part, it's just taking yourself in consideration rather than what the labels try to attach itself to you and make you be something that absolutely is not a part of you. Just the
Mhm.
process as far as how people make it in life.
Right, right. Especially when you don't take the time to reflect and
Yes,
sit back, right? And
absolutely.
think about, well, why do I act like that? Why do I respond like that?
Absolutely.
Why is my thoughts always there? You know, when you don't take the time to actually ask yourself the elephant in the room questions, how are you going to like really be removing these band-aids? Band-aids are like stuck on band-aids and they stuck on
Hmm.
me. And that's exactly what you are. You are stuck on the band-aid being over the areas that can't nobody see. The
Right.
pain and hurt that can't nobody see. But you want somebody to fill your cup up. But you won't go in to the areas within yourself mentally and
Absolutely.
emotionally. I don't have a band-aid, but I did get a piece.
Ah,
And so this is the what's that? The gauze. Okay, so I
yes,
got a
the
little
guns.
bit, and Galactic's over there, and that's all he got. He's like, okay, I got some, and he's gonna put this on there, probably clean it up, and then put this on there and wrap me up. But because I don't understand that, yes, I can do what I want to do. Yes, I can be what I want to be.
Want to
See, when
be.
we don't take that type of attitude, right, and be
Mhm.
grateful for that attitude, you're gonna have to be grateful for some of this divine masculine, divine feminine,
Feminine.
affirmative action that you have to take for your identity. Your identity is at risk right now. And if you don't
Absolutely.
take the proper
Yeah.
preparation and
Preparation.
get ready to do this. If y'all ain't had nobody do that for you, I don't know what to tell you. It literally looks like somebody snap. It feels like somebody
Comes ripping it
snapping you.
off. Right.
Yeah. Is you gonna come over here knowing that he is working on herself? She's doing the inner work. She's just going through. It's happening through her right now, and the experience it don't feel so good.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna leave me over there in my pain and agony? And it's really not pain and agony. It's just the experience
Yeah.
of what this season in life is for me, right?
Absolutely. It's the point where you know how they say sometimes our parents will take us by the hand, but eventually once we come up out of the nest, eventually we're gonna have to handle things or try our best to handle things on our own. Now, when it comes down to the part where when you try to rip off that bandage that is unhealed, the wound that is unhealed, then it's definitely an inside thing. You know what I mean? So many people can do but so much, but also, take that in consideration as well. If you're willing to do the work, then it is definitely that process, definitely that grows you. But it also comes with um the understanding of that self. You know what I mean? And it goes back to exactly what I was saying earlier. Once you really would like to get to know the deeper inner self, it's that child. It's that child play that never really got a chance to really play. You know what I mean? That child that never really got a chance to be that child. You see, sometimes it's things that we'll be around our whole lives that with our eyes and ears basically can hear and see. It just takes a whole nother toll. So when we get into the world, it's more than likely it's confusing because you're trying to find that same inner child outside. See, still trying to find that playful, you still trying to find that joy, you still trying to find that happiness in it all. But the only thing that separates it is the way that we see the world and how we see ourselves.
That's why we have a lot of adults. This is and you pay attention. If I say Galactic, come on, let's go to the park. And you're gonna be like, okay, let's go. Now I know you're gonna be okay, let's go. Somebody else is like, what? Go to the park? Yes. Let's go have fun. Because the adult mindset is just that. I'm an adult. I don't need to go be a kid. I don't need to
Right.
go have fun. It's not about being a kid. It's your inner child has
Mm-hmm.
never left you. The things that you as an adult think you have overcome, it ain't you. It's
Right.
the inner child, it's the teenager, it's the young adult.
Oh,
That's who've overcome all of that stuff that was trying to take them out mentally, spiritually, and emotionally.
yeah.
Everything was played on just that. Okay, when I was a child, I thought as a child. Okay, when you became a teenager, did you still think as a kid? Probably not. Why? Because here this thing is they take away you using your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
The imagery of you is the nation within you. You is still you. You still have to bond with you. But the band-aid is there, removing the bond. So you got something in place of where anywhere, you probably got 1,000 band-aids on you walking around here looking like a whole Cabbage Patch Kid stuck on something right real quick and can't get unstuck because you still don't realize that you was unfuck with the ball and unstoppable. You haven't gotten to that place yet because you're still allowing yourself to have, let me go make up myself. Let me go do what they're doing.
Yes.
And then take yourself home and not realize, because this was me. Well, not all that other makeup stuff, but I'm still putting on a mask. I'm still, I'm adding some eyes, some mouth. I'm gonna put some lippy lip there too, because I'm hiding and like Adam and Eve, I'm trying to hide behind the bush. How you gonna hide from yourself?
That's it.
You can. It is impossible for you to hide from yourself. So just snatch the band-aid off. See, and allow yourself to hurt. Allow the experience of that so you can understand that it's not always going to be like that. You're having an
Mhm.
experience. It's just for the second, the minute, and however long you create that second and minute, that's how long the band-aid going to be there.
Exactly.
Remove the band-aid from the hurt nobody can see or feel but yourself. How important is it for most definitely our brown skin? I love
Yes.
you for your brown skin. Shout out in Black History Month, you guys. Let's do it. Shout out to the Black Panthers because some of us really couldn't even walk the streets where we at right now. So Shout out to all the people out there that have made a way, they didn't just pay, they made a way.
Made
Because
way.
we couldn't do what we're doing right now, is using our voice and our gifts and our talents so that you can see that you do matter. And hold up what he said. Yes, I can
I
do
can't
what I want to do.
be
Yes,
what I
I
want to
can
be.
what
That's
I want to
another.
be. Hey, yes, yes. How
I got a
important.
little. I got something that I had also written down, and I know we spoke about this earlier, but also like it's going to go into a deeper depth of it, of why I say health and healthy, the health part within the healing of thy. Okay, so Maya, uh, so heal comes from the ancient root meaning to make whole, to restore to original state, to bring back into alignment. Healing is not fixing something broken. Healing is returning to completeness. So heal equals wholeness restored. Die equals your and belonging to you. It signifies ownership, identity, and sovereignty. Um, yes, sovereignty. Die equals of you belonging to your being. So when I really came back and I came back with the healthy part, I just said, well, equals heal plus die. Put together, healthy equals wholeness of you, whole you, whole you. Restored self, and not just physical condition, but whole mind. Therefore, you have whole body, you have whole spirit, whole identity. You have the health is self integration, the inner self. Deeper, the deepest spiritual level of that meaning. Healthy does not mean never sick. Healthy means you are in relationship with yourself. You listen to your body. You honor your energy. You move in alignment. Sickness often appears when something within is ignored, suppressed, or disconnected. Health appears when, and I write quote a few, but you become back home to yourself. So within that frequency translation, healthy equals my energy flows freely. My inner system communicates. My inner world is coherent. Therefore, out of this disease is this ease. So literally means not at ease. Healthy means at ease within self. One line truth. To be healthy is to be whole. To be whole is to be remembered who you are.
I'm jingling. Yeah, like Aaron said. So all of that makes me feeling. I'd go feeling and then thought. Feeling is like a release and a receiving of abundance of light of myself, because I have established that I know in order for me to become healthy, I have to heal. Because to be true to thy own self is health. And all of those words are together collectively because of the reason that wholeness is very important. Because
It
I
is
chopped the word down and I got the word HOLE, whole. So the holes that are within yourself, nobody can see but you. And in
absolutely.
order for me or you to actually become whole, We
Oh,
have to be responsible for what's inside that I ain't went and lit up and I ain't went and established and I haven't went in and became bonded with because I'm putting band-aids on everything. And in order
absolutely.
for my health to always remain healthy, I have to continue to do what? Renew my mind
Yeah.
daily, 24
Totally.
7, 365 days of the week, every second, every minute, every hour. My mind needs to be stayed on thee, which allows me to be minding my own business. This is how you chop this. See how that all goes? That's
Yeah.
chopping down words that we've been reading over and over again. But because you start being true to yourself, which is really going in, removing band-aids, forgiving what was ever there, but baby, forgive yourself for being there. Forgive yourself for being there.
For being there.
Mhm. Because now you're here. We are here now.
You.
Here. And when you're here now, you've now allowed yourself to go from them roots that had you so deeply rooted in stuff that wasn't helping you grow. So you thought, yes, it was. It was showing you where you need to remove some things.
Of
You need to
course.
wash off some things. You need to go and give yourself some good tea, some herbs and spices. You might need to eat differently because of the food that's in you being more than just a parasite outside of you. You got parasites inside of you. It's a lot of healing to become wholeness. Are you really, really ready to put in some work?
Work.
It's work what goes with wholeness. But see, if you ain't ready to go in your own holes that you either have did yourself, you either have to go unfold something within you. You
Mm-hmm.
talk about being whole, baby. What? We gonna have to go deal with some energies and some spirits,
Spirits.
guilty, ashamed, rejection. Teray Roberts, shout out to him because his book is called Wholeness. I done read that book 3 times.
Uh,
The last part of the book is rejection. When you are constantly rejecting yourself because we are blinded by society eye because you don't realize that your identity is at risk. You think they want your business. You think they want that car or the kids. No, baby, they want you. Your identity. How about this? The importance of authentication lies within the DNA of thyself. So when you get out of the bottom chakra, which deals with the way you do certain patterns, certain habits, certain ways that you use your sexuality, all of this, when you ain't allowing it to be sacred, you stay yourself in this secret. And then here you got a secret admirer, and here you got you thought I wasn't going there, but I told you we going there. Here you got a secret admirer and don't know that you the secret. Mm. Here you got other places and holes that you're not adding to the holes that are already within you because we live in this society that already blinded and programmed you.
Absolutely.
So you talking about that little kid, you have to go, you and I shall never part. I say never. You have to go do that with yourself. You're going to have to go be
Absolutely.
silly and netty. You're going to have to go do that. You're going to have to go be the Four Brothers. You're going to have to do whatever you need to do. You might have to go watch Bruce's place. I told you this is Black History Month. You're going to have to go do some things. You might have to go backwards in order to go forward.
Forward.
How important is it for us to realize that you're going to have to go backwards in order to go forward? Since, oh, I don't have to go reflect on anything. I can where I'm at. What?
True. Me and my brother Nanita had spoke about this as well. That's why I say a lot of the times that when most would think that moving forward is actually something meaning that it's good, but to really travel into the future is actually going into the future's past. So all of it collectively is just mixing in together. Now you got past emotions mixed with the new emotions. The new emotions is trying to trying to tune a lot of those things out. But sometimes, sitting within the darkness of it all, it actually brings you more light than it is within the light. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's more than likely it's dealing with a lot of that meditation, the bringing that type of energy up from that root, and bringing it straight up. Therefore, the tree can grow, literally grow. You know what I mean? They put so much in front of us that it always keeps us in our lower root chakra. I know they always say, well, remember everything that happened to us. But at the same sense of remembering what happens, it's only a pattern in which people take in consideration to see that, okay, this happened, right? But what comes after that? Now that you know what you know now, what comes after that? You got clarity, you got a better focus. Now you see these things have happened. What type of catastrophes has cost many communities? Now what is it? What is the next step after? Because as long as they keep putting these things in our faces, keep showing us these things, it'll only keep people in their lower chakra. You see? So we don't want to ever stay there. Therefore, it's more than likely. Now, not saying that we don't have to move forward, but where can we actually fix within that pattern that all those things that have caused us that hurt, that pain, that anger, that chaos, where do we put that as far as the productivity go when it comes down to each other? You see? So it puts us in a mind frame to where we see each other as each other's reflection, meaning as you hurt, I hurt, because we've all actually had to come from that bottom side up, see, and
Mm,
not upside down.
mm,
um and when it really makes a greater perspective about it is, guess what happens? Everything starts to shift. It starts to shift. You no longer see yourself in a chaotic stage, even though chaos is needed. It's needed, but to a balance of it, to where now you can shuffle in between, know when to, be defensive within yourself, know when to calm down within it, because the most of the world that it only wants a reaction out of us. That's why these things are carrying on the way they do, because they know if we're pulled up out of that side of us, they know that where they can get us at, it's a trap. It's
mm,
always going to be a trap. You know how they
mm,
say, well, when you're in the streets, it's easier to trick people off the streets than it is to trick someone out of their pockets. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they'll put these things in our faces. Why? Why? To make us do exactly what they want us to do. And that's what I call manipulation and control.
at its finest. At
Yes.
its finest. You spoke your brother up in here.
Ah,
He
he's
said,
here.
yeah, he's here. Welcome in, not either. He says, allow the universe to move and separate you. Don't restrain or force it. So since
Absolutely.
everybody my hands this time, and they move some devices over just one second. So if you actually allow the universe to move and separate you, don't restrain or force it, and allow yourself to do exactly like Galactic is talking about, which is basically get out of whatever thought is right there, remove it.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, don't think. So seriously, what do you mean don't think?
Mhm.
Meaning stare at like the wall, a clear space at the wall. And as you're doing that, you're gonna have to do the very first thing that I'm always talking about.
Great.
And each time that you breathe in, it's intentional. So the thought should be, I'm breathing in what the universe, this is allow. Allow looks like I'm going to breathe in, allowing the universe into me and move me and separate me. That means my thoughts and my feelings are about to go. And if you want to hold them, it's about to hurt. And he says, breathe in consciousness. So when you breathe in, because we have people who like to be stubborn and do all this complaining in their mindset, having this internal identity conflict within yourself. So I'm aware of those type of people. So the only thing I say is just breathe. Just focus on your breathing, because anything else you're gonna question. So when you breathe in, I say take you some good breaths, like 1, 2, 3. Allow yourself to relax. Totally focus on just you breathing in. And you breathe out. And then you get your hands together and you get them ready to receive
Receive.
the biggest candy that you can ever ask for. This is why I said you have to get to being a child. Because when you're in your child space, all you do is be grateful, 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 gratefulness. Because you're happy you're getting something. Have to get happy that you're getting something greater than anything outside of your being, greater than any thought, greater than any feeling, greater than any situation or anybody. Receive and just be grateful. And the more that we do that, the more that we allow in the holes that are within that don't nobody see but you. Move, dog. The holes that are right here, we're actually healing those
Yeah.
automatically, because the wave that's going through you is doing just this. It's doing just this. Because what's coming to you is where it's going to require you to lift your hands up above your head. And
That's
I'm
it.
talking about way above your head. Because when we was kids, we was at the monkey bars. When we were kids, we was always outside climbing trees and everything like that. That's why they took everything away, so that you don't have nothing to do. So if I have nothing to do, then I'm gonna start being in my head, and I'm gonna start being in my feelings and the situations. I'm gonna start. Ew, I see.
Yep.
Ew. Oh, this is what it really is.
Absolutely.
This is what it really is. So it's like in the now, breathing, consciously breathing, just breathe. Because you have to start with the simple step of just breathing. Because he says breathing in consciousness. But some people don't even know what that is. So they're gonna ask a lot of questions, right? So for those of us who do, we understand. And for those of us who don't really understand what that means, just breathe. All you're gonna do is focus on it. You breathing from the core of you down here where your belly button is, because that's the soul of you.
Oh,
Go breathe from the soil. He said
see,
something that was very important, because when you're removing the band-aids and you're becoming wholeness, the soul of you starts speaking. Does it not?
it does. It does absolutely every time. Every time.
What was that
And
like for you when you're knowing that the soul is speaking to you and not a person? And how did you receive? You know, because some people are probably just, oh, I don't know what that is. I should have listened in my first month. Oh, I should have did that. You know, like the procrastination
yes,
is also a reason of delay with forward manifestation. Like if you're writing a book, the forwardness of that, like it's not gonna happen because we're procrastinating and doing the work.
for me, it's actually it's something. Yeah, it may have tears in it. Not everybody's going. Basically say that it's all roses, it's all rainbows, and all those other things. It's gonna be tears, But at the end of the day, eventually those tears turn into energy. You see what I'm saying? So regardless how you pour it out, it's gonna come back to you tenfold. The reason why, because what drains you, what comes out of you, actually rebuilds you. It actually brings you back to that centerpiece. You see, center piece, however you put it, centerpiece. Align with the heart, align with the mind. Mind and heart aligned one. See, the only thing that's in the middle is the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Those are the one, two, three, three main things that basically teaches you where that balance sits. Up above, right there, there's that third piece right there, you see. So to be aligned with it, guess who's in the middle? Yes.
And you have to take your finger and do this whole like loop with it, like because it's like this power force that you feel as you're doing it, and I'm like, I'm proud of you. You have to get into the childlike validation, acknowledgement, compassion, recognition, because if not, you're not going to be feeling your worthiness, your value, the
Mhm.
virtue of self. The pain is the passion, right? You run around
Yes,
here
it
talking
is.
about I'm the pressure. Really, do you not know what it looks like to be a pressure?
Yeah,
Go
a
back.
lot, a
Teach you, go
lot,
there, bro. Go
a
on and
lot. Look, it's like you really can't get as much done as you want to. Like at the end of the day, that type of pressure is almost like it's almost like a Mack truck coming down the highway, and basically it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. But when you really come back to the piece of where you're able to maintain that side, that centerpiece, then you no longer worry about that Mack truck. You see what I'm saying? Because the Mack truck is just only the build up. You see, once releasing what you no longer hold on to or cannot hold on to for longer, it doesn't mean that you forget about it. It just means you're letting it flow the way that it needs to flow, regardless, because as long as you hold on to it, you're only attaching yourself, placing yourself in a deeper hole, a deeper hole. So when you actually come up out of that and you realign right here. Now, that's where when they always tell you, when they always tell you, just as things go in the mouth, it comes out as well. You see, so just like things go in the nose, things come out. Just like things go in the eyes, things come out. And so are the ears and every other place on your body. You see, once all of that is released, it no longer has a hold on you. It no longer bears you down, weighs you down. It picks you up. Even when you feel like there's nothing left to look forward to or look in the direction of, you still have you in the moment. You have you in the present. You have you in the now. So the only representation in the physical form of that spirit is the you, the yielder, the orchestrator, and the universe, all in one. So, like you said, all it just takes is come back to the now. And it calms your whole nervous system down. It calms it down a lot.
we going there. We going there. We going there. And you gotta sit down or lay down and breathe. Because if you're standing up and seriously doing this, He said God generator, operator, destroyer, and you with the YOU, and I'm over here say yes to you. You see how brothers and sisters be aligned? He don't know that I got hashtag say yes to you. He got, and then he said, no, Key, all it was is, well, he said Kiana. To some of y'all, I'm Key. Okay, so see, you know who you are. So YOU, yielding, orchestrator, universe. You are the orchestrator of your universe. You are the song, the dance, the harmony, the symphony, the orchestrator. Do you not see you are the orchestra? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 boom, boom, doom. You are all of that. Make yourself sing in harmony. Dance with you, right? And now you saying yes to you, even when you have to go there with somebody. Hello, because I've mastered how to respond.
Respond.
He said God, generator, operator, destroyer. That means, like you say out there when we was out there and not really woke, don't do me. This ain't what you want to do, you know. God, generator. I know how to flick my own switch back up.
That's it.
I know how to go recharge me. Well, while you want to sit up here and turn out these lights in the city, baby, I'ma always shine on purpose. You done forgot that I'm the light. You done forgot that I'm the star. You done forgot that I'm God, universe, and everything up there. That's why his name is Galactic Emperor. You think it's some character. Galactic. I should have your mind over here like, where we going? And that means I'm controlling, generator, controlling my own self. At the same time, you can get this if you want it. I like he said destroyer. Because the only thing I'm seeing is dragon.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
leave me alone. Because a dragon is peaceful. Wake up. Why would a dragon be? All you know is about is a dragon shooting fire at you. I'm shooting fire at you guys, okay? The dragon is peaceful. The dragon is peaceful. It's a peaceful. He's always asleep. It's always sleep. When you take yourself over there in the territory, trying to and destroy, meddling in somebody else's sanctuary, and you wake up the dragon, who have fault for that? I'm just really curious. Like, how you get mad because now he or she is ready to shoot fiery darts at you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when you
Exactly.
decided to come over here in my sanctuary, because people, I haven't had a moment to say this about things. Just because I'm spiritual, don't forget I'm a whole superstar and I'm powerful beyond measure.
It's true.
You know, you don't want
Oh,
us to, they don't like I'm speaking my confidence because you call it being conceited. Shout out to Not Ether for this one. Hey, you call it being conceited. I should be conceited into me.
I like that.
Conceited into me. Me. I gotta see who I am. I gotta go see about myself. I gotta check on me. I gotta love me. I gotta nurture me. I gotta go in there and put new fertilizer in the soil of me because my soul could be almost corrupted from the things that you want me to eat, breathe in, look
Mhm.
at, and play around with. And then when you get mad because I realize I'm the main piece,
That's
the
it.
main piece.
The main
If
piece.
And this is why the queen can move all over the board, the
Boy,
chessboard, because she the main piece.
piece.
I want all the women who are listening, and when you go back to this and see this, I want women to know today, you the main piece. To the brothers, you the main piece. That's why he the king. That's why she got to protect. Hello? She got to protect him. If you don't go protect him, how he gonna provide? Or hello, provide the space for you because your force is so powerful, baby. That's how much pressure you put into the world. Pressure, the pressure that come from your voice, the pressure that come from your gift, the pressure from you just being in your being. Pressure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What?
And definitely well said, well spoken. You know what I mean? And it's truly that time. I know we separate a lot between the woman and the man. Eventually it's gonna come back to a tune. You know what I mean? Like the yin and the yang. Uh, we may see on the opposite sides of fences, but at the end of the day, we're both on a offense and defense side. You know what I mean? So because one can play offense, the other can play defense, we still got each other's back. You see? So it puts us back into that form. And I know it's separated us for so long that now that we finally coming into tune, we really have went deep within. We know what it is and what it means to be um at a perfect wholeness, a perfect stillness. Then the whole outside of us will be at peace. It will be stillness because it will no longer cause us or affect us. You see, and it puts us in a space to where, hey, feel free to choose to say what you choose to say, but guess what? It's not harming us anymore because it's we've been through it. We've done that. We came back from it. So continue on. You see, and before we even leave this world, it's definitely something that is taken in consideration
Mm-hmm.
in that
Mm-hmm.
moment. Yeah.
And I see that we've gotten so to where wrapping ourselves around people, places, and things, which has
Yes.
created an atmosphere of stuckness
Hmm.
in somebody else's creative way of this is how we should live.
Yes.
And when you have, I call it moments of enlightenment, and we don't have somebody to say, communicate with that, what would you say to somebody who literally is like, kind of literally for real on the journey by themselves and don't have, they know that the people that they're talking to are around family, whatever. Because sometimes you can't get out these situations. Sometimes you're not, it's not like, oh, I can just up and relocate, right? Who were around people who we know ain't helping me raise my vibration on a daily.
Right.
That you know that they're working. This is for those who are literally like just waking up, right? Not you're already awake. When you're just waking up, I relocated. I left Portland, Oregon, and I went back to Cleveland because I was like, no. And that's because it was like, it's one thing to already do your own thing and solo dolo because I don't care. I'm cool with, taking myself out to eat, go sit by myself and enjoy me. I've always been like that because I like my own company. And sometimes people's company is just no. But to those who are literally, just starting out and waking up and don't have people to commune with, what is your advice to them so that they can continue to stay on that journey and not get like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go put a band-aid back over here. Like, I just feel like it's safer and not understanding that you gotta take the band-aid off.
I would say my closest thing that I would say to everyone, um it's just different. Continue doing what you love. You know what I mean? Continue embracing every part of you, regardless of this lifetime. Continue expressing yourself even when it looks like the world is shutting you out. You know what I mean? Just like you said, you got an on and off switch. So you can turn on and turn off whenever you get ready. You see, no one has to force you or misplace you or take you anywhere that you choose not to go. You see, it's all up to us if we choose to go in that direction. Um, so when it comes down to that, um, we're even when we may feel alone, we're not alone. We're never alone. Um, it's it's a lot. It's a lot to it. But guess what? It's even better when it's being done. So when it does come back to that clarity, that focus, that clearness, you go out and you go past and do exactly what you were set out to do. So when you do come back to that first love and go back to that creative part of you, guess what else comes out? That creative part of you. You see? And that's what makes every creation so special because it came out of you. You see? Through your hands, life is made. You see? Through your hands, life is made. Creation, paints, music, poetry, so on and so on. I can name so many of them, but it's a part of you that can't no one take away ever. You see, they once had it to where our imagination was just child play, but in reality, it was a blueprint to teach
Fact.
us how to come back to where we no longer have to worry about anything, no stress, no pain, no nothing. Because now we're expressing every part of what nature has given into us, and all we have to do is put it back into nature. Putting it back into nature is simply planting, grounding, and doing it all. You see, sometimes when people don't know, where their focus is, go out into nature. Let nature inspire you. You see, that's why not many people can be inspired by a lot of things, but it's the things that they see around them inspire them to write, you know, speak, even draw. And I've
Just
seen so many amazing paintings there out there. Yo, off of that
yeah,
alone, that
inspire.
imagination goes further.
Yeah, it's inspired me and the diamond art, and that was just off of us having women's time, and we was doing it like every month, and my sister got this
Yes,
diamond art, and I'm like, okay. And I just happened to like, well, I'm gonna do the diamond art, and I'm gonna sell it. The whole time that I'm just doing diamond art, I'm like, I'm gonna create my own frame, and now it's where I'm at now. Right? Is I'm
right.
on my second and third one at the same time, back and forth to get done. Like now it's like a mental, like I can see it's a rush, not so much it's a deep rush, but like a force, like to get that done, do that one, just like that, and just working. Also with that creativity space, in that creative space, you see the creative being.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When we go do the work willingly. This isn't something that you do, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that so I can be where they're at. You literally have to have had some type of spark that inspired you.
Hmm. I love that.
Keep that
Spiral.
out. Don't leave
Yes.
it out. Say no. It in spiraled your DNA, meaning it twisted somewhere and it lit up the soul of you, which is right there in the middle of you, which deals
Hmm.
with the core soul of you. So when you spiraled your mind and allowed yourself to curve and go, stop looking at the straight lines and everything black and white. Now I'm in this gray space where it's like like fog, right? Like when you see fog outside for real, is you can't see nothing, but you just gotta trust instinct.
Thing.
If you can't trust your own instinct, why you out here trusting other people? Can't lead you, guide you every way. You are the God of you, in you, because of you, for you.
Yeah.
Trust you. Trust you. What did that look like, Galactic, when you actually had to like switch up and be like, I got to start really trusting my instinct? You know, like when you had the conversation.
It actually, in a way, in a way, it was different for me. As far as being guided, it kind of slow pull at a time. But then I knew it. I was like, say for instance, um, I was at this place and it had me to deal with like a sky crane. And the first thing I thought was, well, dang, that looks hard. I was saying to myself, dang, that looks hard. That don't look easy. But once I got up there and I really got into the place of, and I actually tried it out myself, I was like, wow, it's not as so hard as I thought it was. You see? So yeah, sometimes we do have to come up out of our own selves at time to even do a greater thing. You see? And it puts us in a place to where, well, if I can do this, what much more can I do? But because it's that self-doubt that's being pinned onto us, no one else, makes the decisions that we can make for ourselves. You know what I mean? That self-doubt as well. Self-doubt as well. It puts a person in a place to where, because you feel like you may have failed in one place, but you can improve in another. You see? So yeah, it's dealing with the consciousness of it, dealing with the consciousness of it, because how you see it's being done, it looks hard. But once you really get into it, nah, it ain't hard at all. It's just a route many take to make it hard for themselves.
Mm,
Yeah.
you said thing, right?
Yes.
So I have to see through and not see at it. I
There you
gotta
go.
see through and
Through
not see at
and
it.
not.
Because the moment
Yes.
I'm using my see at it, now I've had this image, and that image is going to do what? It's going to attract the feeling and the thought, and we finna be out of an alignment because you didn't go have the self conversation, which is self agreement.
Agreement.
You, and you got to agree on this. And if you, and
Hmm.
you ain't agreeing, okay, it's not gonna work out. You can't just, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and you ain't had no thought about it. You ain't assessed
Right.
the situation. You ain't saw through it. You ain't decided to say, I don't think I want to do this. So you ain't said no, 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 no to yourself. And then you gonna go say yes to these people, places, and things that make you feel some type of way, which you know, and you are clearly aware of this, denying yourself what you actually need so that you can validate the who in you, so the light of you can enlighten, which is
Enlighten.
light up inside of you. Yes, Galactic, yes. What
Absolutely.
is one of the biggest things that you have found to be, say, a little challenging? Because nothing is really like difficult because we don't live in that type of world. But what do
Right.
you feel is, or think for self, that is something that is kind of challenging right now on this journey? See, we want to make this journey look like it's all sweet and roses and cream. It is not. Shout out to all our, BLK truck drivers out there, male and female, because they be putting it down and putting that work out there. And you do not know what it is to ride on these roads from one side to the other side. And you're dealing with different temperatures, dealing with different climates, dealing with different weathers. You're dealing with mental, emotional, being from your families. So what is one of the challenges that you can say that needs to be more leaned toward on this journey and not just looked at like Okay, you, but it's not happening. Like you said, it's not happening. I haven't gotten there. I'm trying to figure out why.
Sometimes it's like with challenges. It's like, are you willing to set those, even though those steps are right in front of you, those challenges are really wanting to walk those steps. You see, I know we say that we pull a lot into this universe, right? But at the same sense, within that whole mentality of it, the challenge only is the will to move. You see, that's the only thing about the things that challenge us in life, the will to move. Um, I don't see it like where some parts of it make you feel like you're at a standstill, but not a full standstill. You're more likely, well, take one foot, the other foot is out. Why not take two steps at a time? Two steps at a time. Because halfway, yeah, you're there, but take one more step. Ooh, complete. Every time, two steps, two steps, two steps. I know we've been saying one foot at a time, one foot at a time. When you halfway do something, you see, halfway doing it, it's almost like you're not completing. You see, that's the challenge, taking the steps. You see, the one, two step, it's just the process. You see, the patience. But those two steps, it's more than likely it'll bring you more closer than what you need it to be.
Mm-hmm. I'm over here like willingness, because if I'm willing to go, one, two, one, two, it's
One,
always
two.
two. It's always two. Speak to my heart. Say yes
Yes,
to you. Say
two.
yes to the right foot. Say yes to the left foot.
That's it.
Two steps forward.
There you
Two
go.
steps back. Slide to the right.
That's what
Slide to the
to
left.
the left.
Now hop with it. You see what I'm saying? Like when you get
Real.
in a rhythm with the flow of what's happening through you, meaning get in the car with yourself. So we went from, okay, I done got at that soil of that soil that had me over here in these bad, crazy, manipulative thoughts, doing whatever. Then stop these patterns of emotional cycle of jumping from one roller coaster to another roller coaster, back on the
Roller coaster.
same one, and then jumped over here and I ain't what?
Yes.
And now they moved up in creative space because you are a creative superstar on purpose. Period. A
Yep.
creative superstar. You're here to be creative. You are super because you have power, love, sound mind, all that good
Right.
stuff. And you a star because clearly it said be the light.
Be the light.
Only stars can shine this bright in the madness that happens on in the darkness that keeps us dreary and trying to be miserable because this is the program area they created and I own it, program it, monopolize it how I want to. That's why you sleep with vindictive thoughts in your mindset, while you restless in your sleep, twitching and all these things because of the fact that this is the American hood life that you created for all of us.
I love
All of
that.
us.
Yes.
Oh, that's one of my poems too,
Yes. I
called
love
Vision.
that. Yo.
Because only when I can see truth, honest, unique greatness. And any words that you want to add to it, because you call me a thug. And I looked at it like, well, I'm a thug for God, which is myself. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
God, operator, destroyer. Play with it if you want to.
That's it.
See, you gotta, and it's that type of confidence that you have to take for yourself. It's that type of conceitedness that you have to pour into yourself because of the fact that you didn't kept pouring bullshit in my cup for all these years. And now, because I want to go get a brand new cup, you mad. Well,
Yeah.
y'all gonna be a lot of people big mad out here because no, I had to go get me a new cup so I could put me some new wine in it.
There you go. There you go.
You see what I'm saying, Galactic?
Yes. Cause
And,
cause
and
simply.
that
Mhm.
allows me to go into my now we up here with this heart and throat chakra because the heart chakra got to get right so I can breathe.
Breathe. There you
Breathe
go.
right. I can breathe right.
Absolutely.
I can breathe
And
where I'm supposed to.
and it releases the tension right here too as well. You know what I mean? Sometimes you know how when your muscles be so tense that you feel it right here. You see what I'm saying? You can feel it all up in here. But once you, like you said, able to breathe, that pain will be no more in there. You see? And it definitely it definitely most people don't see that as a healing part, but it does. It heals a lot and it regenerates too.
Ooh,
Uh,
because we know a couple days ago I did sound hoarse and my voice was whatever. So when I say go do the work in that heart chakra area, sometimes it's nothing but you just need to breathe. You need
that's
to
it.
relax with yourself. Stop fighting you. You are not your worst enemy. Do not believe that cliche. Stop saying that cliche. You are your best friend because what you speak it into existence. And if I'm speaking on my best friend, that means me and myself are going to start having different thoughts. I'm going to
Different
start
thought.
speaking differently because I'm receiving who I genuinely am.
Absolutely.
Now I'm going to walk in greatness because greater is he that's in me. Right. Greatest is she
Hey,
that's in she. See what I'm
that's it.
saying? And that means I'm receiving
Absolutely.
my feminine, my masculine. And
Absolutely.
together it makes me divine
Divine.
on
Absolutely.
purpose.
Definitely.
On purpose. See, that's where you said, yes, I can.
S-
Yes,
Every
I
day.
can.
Every
Yes,
day.
I can. Yes, I can do this. Because I yielded to the opportunity to become the orchestra of my own universe.
Mm-hmm.
See how you add work, you can add to the you of YOU? Because now you're saying yes to you. I'm hearing differently. I'm seeing how I'm supposed to see. I'm receiving how I'm supposed to receive. Receiving. See, your identity lies right up in here. This soul of you and this heart of you. You're going to have to get that together. The soul of you and the heart of you. You know why? Because when this blow up and you become this passion, churning, fire burning inside of you right there, what happens? You go straight up here.
Straight to the crown.
You go straight up there because you already seeing differently. That's the wonderful thing about this journey. You going to start seeing differently before you even get to that third eye chakra. It's already open. It's already there. But your
Yes.
understanding of it isn't there. And as the more that you do all this work right here, and get excited for you. Celebration time. Come on. It's time to
Oh,
celebrate and have a good time. It's a party going on right here. You see what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Instantly. Because music is that flow language. That flow language. And as the more that
Definitely.
you have this flow language with you and get in rhythm,
Further.
don't mean you got to be on beat with your body. You could just be in rhythm within. And the more that you within, the more that crown chakra sit on top of your head looking good. You done thought, hey, you know what? I might not have X amount of dollars on the pocket wallet. No, I could, that don't matter because I own everything. Your mindset change. Why would I need anything like that anyways? That don't exist in my world. What? That don't exist. You have to know who you are and receive who you are on this journey, so that the more that you are receiving you, the mental of material things that belong here will most definitely deplete out of you. You won't be so hung up on people, places, things, and cars, or what you have, or what you don't have, or what you think you need, because
Absolutely.
you took
You
yourself
create
to
those
your
things.
higher consciousness. What you say?
Yeah. I say you create those things. I say you create those things when it comes down to the reality of it. You create it. I mean, it may not be there in the physical, but you create it. It gives you a side to where you don't have to rush to get it. It's there. It's something that's new, and it came across when and I thought about this yesterday too as well. I know that when spirit does speak, and it speaks so clear, it's just wherever that focus goes, distractions, whatever it is, right? That's taking us out of that world, taking us out of that world, taking us off of that path. But when we recenter it, and that's just like you said, that third eye is always open. Don't have to be unlocked. It just takes the focus to know that it's there, to know that it's there. Insight, inner sight, inner light, to get that in light, that mint of the mental.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To discover in all, within all, is the all. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
You have
greater
to go
purpose
all. Yeah, have to go into the all.
into the all.
What is that? What is that like for you when you know that, oh, I went somewhere? And I laugh because I'll do that and I'm like, I went somewhere. Where'd I go? I want to go back. Because the understanding of that is the energy that I received in that is dealing with where I went was because I understanded my energy and how I go where I go, because myself is calling me and I receive. So I'm like a kid, like I can't wait to go. I can sit by myself. Okay.
Yes.
And I enjoy my own energy. I enjoy my own frequency. He says enter chai. Yeah, I enter my energy. See? So all of this is where, hey, you should get excited. Get excited. What does that look like for you of getting excited for a galactic?
Yo, like when I'm glad you mentioned it. I'm glad you even brought that up. It's the most like incrediblest thing that I could possibly even try to even explain. You get this feeling all throughout your body, like your whole body heats up. It's like a vibration that I don't think it's never really been felt before. But it's something that is always, and I know energy moves, but it charges you like in a way that you may think that you're catching chills. It's not chills. It's not chills at all. That's that electricity flowing up and throughout you, like yo. And ever since I've got that feeling, like nothing that was what they say impossible that becomes I'm possible. And yo, when I say the creative side that makes it more even insightful. I was like, yo, at once upon a time I could even believe it myself at once. But then when I came back to that knowing, that truly knowing, nah, there's no more belief after that. There's the knowing that I can. And yes, I absolutely can. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So that made it the best part because it was more than likely, you will have some that say, you'll never doctor nothing, you'll never, go nowhere in your life and such and such. But then again, I went to questioning myself. I said, yo, just because you think I couldn't or cannot succeed, I can. And I have, and I've beaten it multiple times.
Cause
So when
yes, I do. Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so when sharing that part of you to the world, it goes silent sometimes, you know. Even though the voice is silent, it's loud. That's why so many are able to feel our presence before we even come into the place of or in the sight of. You see, they feel our presence before we step inside of these rooms. Why?
Mm.
Because it's an energy they never felt before. And that's what leaves a person smiling from the inside out. You see, the expression is always what they say shown on the outside, but in reality, it's the inside, that heart, that makes that
Yeah,
expression show a lot more.
cause I was
So,
on that one. You experience you first
yes,
before they even feel you. If you are in
absolutely.
tune with you, this is only if you're in tune with you. So, like before we start the show, when we right before we started the show, Galactus like, "Is you good over there?" Yeah, I got my boss babe affirmation music going on, and all he hears is this music just playing. He's like, "Hello." Then when we start, I'm over here like, "You ready? Let's go." Okay, yeah, we can do this. We got this. All right, showtime. Because it has to be a particular energy, especially in this room, because everybody is VIP. Virtue, identity,
Yeah.
integrity. I gotta put both of them together because some people don't get that integrity goes with your identity. It is together,
Mhm.
together.
Yes.
Passion and purpose. So we got value, virtue. These words is an acronym for VIP.
P-
You are the entire club. You is all it. The music, the lights, the seats, the nice chandelier stuff, the room you gotta go pay for, and y'all popping bottles and everything. You and your special guest, you is all of that.
Truly.
All of that is who you are. All of that. But if you don't express yourself and
Express yourself.
experience yourself first, this is why the drainage comes. This is why the drainage starts because you aren't sincere in that area that you say, "I love me. I celebrate me. I'm do, do, do." But then when you going through something and you don't realize that you're going to have to experience it by yourself, are you really, really genuine enough to do the work? Are you there? Like we say, we are here. Here we are. So here we are. Are we actually doing the work? What does that My bad. What does that look like over there for you, Galactic, of doing the work? Because I share mine all the time. I be over here.
Yeah.
I ain't got no lippy lip on. I probably got all the hair in a whole scarf and grabbing the pillow and the blanket and got tissue everywhere. That's just me. I gotta cry some things out. But I literally know that I still go write something. I go and do my art. I go listen at a message. I'll realize that something is drawing me to go look up this person, right? Or drawing me to
Hmm.
look up that dealt with way in 17, 16, 1500. What they don't like that right there. You don't want me to go way back to that type of history before y'all did whatever. You don't want me to you don't want me to understand what I already know. Something is real. You don't want me to imagine.
Imagine.
You don't want me to imagine.
Yeah.
That's real. You don't want me to imagine. You don't want me to use my imagination, but you clearly got in a book talking about God created you in her image.
Mm.
And wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's what my mind did. I told you I'm real with it. That's what my mind did. Wait, huh? And as you're sitting there, yourself will answer you. Yourself will give you that. You're not crazy. This is true. The image, that the experience that I'm having in myself about something that I asked is so worth it. That's why I was like, celebrate yourself. Because when you ask self something, be prepared for the answer. You are cosmically, galactically, anciently on purpose here.
Yes.
Whatever
You see the
reason that you know what it is. You said
you
what
see
galactic?
you see the you're right. Everything had to come through everything had to come through the mother's line. You see, everything that was created started with her. Always has been. That's the reason why a lot of this side of her is coming out through you. Everything. Um, Without you, there is no man in this world. Nothing can be possible without the woman. Nothing. And that's where they will mistreat that part. They will mistreat that part due to how patriarchy has put in the place of the mind frame to where now the woman must be the servant to the man, and that's not true. You see, without her, the message would not be carried. You see, and coming from that mind frame, that's what I had to do at first. I said, well, now wait a minute. If there's in the first beginning and it says, honor thy mother, she was the first one in the beginning. Mary, she was the only one that the higher light was talking to. But why not the men? Oh, I see why. Because woman understood it. Because man takes everything cardinal, therefore he only seeks the physical things. And she's more in tune, like she's in tune with herself, her body, every part of her, every essence of her. And that's where they wanted the woman to forget.
Who she is,
Is.
what she represents, the essence, meaning energy of you, your scent, the energy of your frequency, the energy that you bring, that force, the force essence. You can't taste it. You can't even really feel it. Everything in you is like, ooh. Because essence does this thing of make you do resonance. Words
Resonant.
go together. If
Absolutely.
I help him remember who he is, then he'll value his identity and operate in his virtue, which will have him in integrity and purpose and passion.
Passion. Yes. Well spoken. Well spoken. Um, and ever since I learned that, that's the reason why in how I talk the way that I talk now. I come back now with a better sense of it. I no longer hold myself in a box mentality. Um, so it took time. It took time, but to come from that dark place, it set in the memories of exactly like, wow, who really was always there, always, from my grandmother to my aunts, all the way down, all the way down. I said, wow, it's always been the woman. I say now, when it came down to healing, I said, dang, the woman speaks to the soul so much that we're forgetting that it's nothing outside of that experience that really truly speaks to the soul that deep. And I was like, as a reminder, I said, she's the strongest part of us. I said, by her being the strongest part of us, the only weak part of us, because we never got a chance to really know what it really means to be intertwined with the divine of what the soul and what the heart connects with. So I said, you mean to tell me at the end of the day, it was simply her that made me whole again? Not just the physical aspect, but the feeling that she brought over the mind, you see? And that's what made me reconnect. Because I said, well, you get Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother, Mother's care, Mother's essence that presents me in the present or as the present. And I say, that's much honor and much respect. True indeed. So when mother is dry, she's tired, she's drained, guess who's there to pick her up? The man. It's like carrying the world on his back. You see, it was her. She had to be lifted up because she's the one that goes through pain, hurt, and everything in this lifetime. And that's why I say today, that's why you smile today, because it's always been her. And to put that back into a better perspective, Mother grants us this day. See, just like in the womb, she grants us that breath. Just like when we come out, we're granted that same breath. Same air she breathes, I breathe. If she hurts, then I hurt. So that is that connection, all the way down to the umbilical cord, always connected. That was just like in the movie of Neo. You see, most will change that scene to make it look like more than likely it was a robot, but in reality, he was being taken from that umbilical cord to receive those downloads to get those upgrades. You see, so I say, yeah. that has a new meaning to it. It has a whole new meaning to it. And I say gratitude.
Galactic, it's been the most wonderful, fierce Friday that I have had in a long. I don't even do shows on Friday. You know that? Just being real.
Yeah.
But I did, and I wanted to so bad. I was just like, I got to bring him in. I'm listening at you on, on the TikTok streets, and you have an audience that comes in and are knowledgeable.
Yes, very
So
much.
all can receive the truth. And I stress that because of the factor that that is all a lot of us really just genuinely want, especially women. Just be truthful. And I said truthful because what's in your cup get exposed. Because divine truth exposes you and me, meaning our behavior, our genuine authentication towards each other,
Absolutely.
and most importantly, where self is. It isn't that people can't handle the truth. You're not accountable. You don't know how to be accountability at all. You don't know how to be your own city within that looks like honesty, brutally. Girl, you wrong. Girl, you need to fix your mouth. You need to fix your attitude. You need to go sit down somewhere. You need to work on you. You need to get rid of them old habits and ways. But you don't want to be accountable for nothing. You're steady trying to hold on to things, thinking that you're going to get over some kind of way because it's manipulation. You're not ready to deal with the manipulative mindset and behaviors that you've been doing and having for all these years. And now when somebody comes up and you want to be with a divine masculine, that shit ain't happening. He ain't about to put up with none of that because you know why? He has supreme emotional intelligence. A divine masculine has supreme emotional intelligence. He see through your bullshit. So why you can't sit down with it? Because you know what that is? That's leading to dogma mentality. And you know that I look at that is what it is. Dog shit. You have to be real with something when you see a word and it's like, what do you hear? What do you feel? What do you think it means? Dog shit. The bullshit that these people created for my lifestyle is still dog shit because you want me to go a certain way like I'm a little puppy child and need you to walk me and guide me in every way. But when I start thinking for myself is the problem.
That's it.
The problem is that what lies in anything, in any relationship, is the factor of when the person starts to think for themselves.
For themselves.
It clearly says, so a man thinketh, so he is. So let me think for myself because I clearly see that the way that I was thinking dealing with your lie had me believing shit. And I'm supposed to be over here walking, breathing, and eating and living in a certain kind of way of some nonsense that you already propaganda programmed and want me to believe in this political system that's sitting up here ain't got nothing to do with my DNA that has me vertically, horizontally sitting up there being how I am, the God that I am, that I am. Because Moses stood there and asked himself, who do I say send me? Yourself. I am that I am. Better talk your stuff. You've been
Yeah.
so living a mask for years. For years, we've been living a mask. If you are awake and know that that is a lie, it is just that. Don't not question. Look, like grandma, don't question what self, which is soul, is telling you. Stand and respect the responder responding to your ass for something that ain't right.
Yeah.
Be a distractor. You seeing what things going on, and you seeing how this is not making you feel right. Well, become the distractor. Okay, go into yourself and go do what you like. I'm gonna say yes to me. I understand that you don't understand. understand me, and my energy just don't have time for this. I'm gonna take up space and I'm gonna do what I want. I'm going to my phone. Oh, let me go to that book right there. Hold on, I ain't done. Hold on, I ain't done. So you can make sure that you got triple, triquuple cosmic vision. So you can make sure the words come clearly through your binoculars.
Yes.
Hello? It looks like you're going to have to take a stand. It looks like you're going to have to stand for respect. But I'm looking at it like you're going to have to use some of that ego energy that you had going on over there in the street factor. Now it's time you bring it over here and just balance it out. You know, put on your little gang thing, little mafia thing about you and look at folks and not giving no energy to that brother. You know, you might have to squint your eyes so you can minimize their ass. Blink their ass away. What? I ain't playing. This ain't
No,
that
I
no.
know you said. Look, I know that, but hey, that's why I say when it came down to Moses too as well, yeah, he stood his ground. You know what I mean? He straightened his back. Like, look, I ain't gonna take that no more.
Okay. It's like just because you all spiritual, that don't mean you gonna be all manipulative. That don't mean you got to be deceiving and distort my vision just because you still blinded by society's eye that been blind and you since birth. Hello? See what I'm saying? Like, how in the world are we supposed to? Oh, why ain't nobody working to come together? No, you looking to see what type of benefit you can benefit off of because you still in the 401k plan, and I'm over here in cosmic galactic astrology, looking up and seeing which star about to fall on me, so the clusters and me can get together and be illuminating on purpose over here. Radical radiant energy. We don't want to operate in energy. You want to operate in entertainment, baby. This is intentional engagement. I don't do nothing for entertainment. While people, oh, this is for entertainment. I ain't no performer. There ain't no puppet. We ain't performing shit. It's a fierce Friday. This is not sitting up here being nice message. This is sitting up here bringing the fire and the heat. Sitting over here with these people that don't want to get right. And that's why exactly why I ain't make on life. The dude name was Can't Get Right. And you not know how many times somebody got labeled can't get right because you couldn't do something right.
Too
And then
many.
think about right. And then they are actually now struggling from a label that you didn't put on them. And then I'm over here knowing that I'm a seed and I'm planting. Come on now, my daddy laid and he done planted a seed, and here I am. I'm the one that made it out of a billion other seed. Poof, I'm here. But
True.
I'm not feeling like I'm right. Like, what's wrong with me? The moment you ask yourself what's wrong with you, Galactic, what happened after that?
The moment you ask yourself what's wrong with you then process a lot of these things that basically were being pinned on us. It no longer, sets aside to where you go in those directions. Now you carry on to the processing parts of making your own path, making your own direction in which you go. See? So yeah, it's a lot to it. It's a lot to it.
And I just want you, greetings, greetings, greetings. It's me, Melanin. Greetings.
Ah, tell Mel I said what up.
She hear you.
Ah, okay,
This
okay,
is
okay.
on the YouTube. She hear you. I had took down
Okay.
the TT because I needed to share out the live from the StreamYard right here on the YouTube. So just hey, you guys, shouts out to the StreamYard and YouTube for allowing us to be able to have a platform to use our voice and speak our truth and stand in that and respect who we are. This is the year we're going into on the Speak to My Heart show, is stand in your truth and respect. Because at the end of the day, it is your responsibility. Self-love, self care, self-maintenance, whatever you want to do. The first word is self. And when it's time for us to get in the garden of self, a garden does not take a label. I'm gonna let
No, it
Galactic
doesn't.
ride with this because we had a nice conversation about labels and seeds. And I do have a podcast on the YouTube, on the Spotify, called Get to Know Me. And it's asking the question, are you a label or are you a seed? Labels mean inaccurate. Seeds are planted intentionally to grow. So intent means to cause something, right?
Ah.
So
Mm-hmm.
if I plant the seed intentionally, I'm what is my intention behind planting? That's what's going to cause it to grow or not to grow, or to be or not to be.
Or
But
not to
like
be.
I said earlier, yes, I can be whatever I want and whoever I want to be. So, all right, Galactic, take it away regarding labels and seeds, because he has a beautiful, as I call it, galacticology
Yes.
101.
Yes. Ah. So with the seed, the planter, and with the mixture, it's a different form in how it's being processed, how it's being progressed, and how it's being pushed out. So a lot of people like speaking on where or the side of what a firmament is. See, firm foundation, firm, standing flat down. You know what I mean? Surface, mint, mind, mental, everything. They always had us looking to the outside of what everything that was planted was basically us just being pushed down and down and down deeper deeper into the dirt. But what they didn't find out that eventually that seed was cracking open. They didn't know what was coming out of it. They didn't know if it would be excellence. They didn't know if we had that provision to be the supervisor of our supervision. You see, at the same sense, the further and further down we went into the ground, it was more than likely we were rooting ourselves. Therefore, eventually, when that seed starts to open and you start to see those stems growing up out of that ground, then eventually it's like giving you one mind, one sound. See, that gave us that activation, that giving us that translation. The only thing that we had to do was make it and do it, because it don't take a seed to actually say that, hey, when I speak to you, then you're gonna grow, but at the end of the day, it's gonna grow regardless without that permission.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to us to just listen, take heed to what we see in our imagination that gave us that supervision, that gave us that provision to see what's over those trees. Sky high, sky high. And that's definitely something that gathers the mind to go further beyond what the firmament can ever see.
Facts.
The thought came first. The only thing that seeing beyond this body is what is being planted within that seed. You're
Mm-hmm.
right. You speak you speak into yourself. We all speak into ourselves and
Speak
watch
to
that
my
plant, watch that seed become truly what is yet
right.
to be.
I
Absolutely.
like I like that. I like that. I think he revised that from what he told me. I think he finessed it just a little bit today. For what he actually told me, because I was running with it. I was like, ooh, that goes with when I was talking about actually is this good ground? Is this good soil? Right?
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
your soil good? And and
Yes.
then when I started coming back on the TikTok, I was talking about what soil are you in? So is it rocky? Is it thorny? Um, is it hard? Is it I added some stuff. I was like, it's a hustle man from the fifth flow. Is it project mentality? Is it
Yes.
what did I say? Something about being something about gangster on the street. It was all these different mentalities, right? That's the soil that you're in, which is your mind. Not you physically. Your mind is in this
Right.
firmament, right? And when you're
Yes.
laughing at me,
Yes.
and your mind is in these particular firmaments, you gonna grow like this. Even if it's in ratchet hood, come on now, girlfriend, and you on all this BS and drama stuff. If that's what you're in, honesty is what helps you laugh at you and get you in the right soil. But all these
Absolutely.
soils still make up you. You just got
Yeah.
to get in soil that is meant for your mind.
That's it.
Your mind is like this, but it's really like this. This dot. It's a dot. Because that dot is the expansion of the blackness of you, right? You got to understand, you got to really follow with
Yes.
this. That
Yes.
little piece of
Yes.
dot of is the expansion of you. You the pip, which is you are who needs to be here, the existence of you. The ZI of you is the seed of you. So your galactic universal self has to attach to something so that the
Okay.
seed of you now
Yeah.
can grow. So your
Right.
cosmic self, your mindset, which is right here, which is your consciousness, because this body is just a body. So my
Right.
consciousness has to get in some type of firmness.
Come on.
Firmnet, not that word that they talking about. It's my word. I made up my own word because
Right.
they words don't matter. Firmnet. And as I get in my own firmnet, which is firm, foundational, solid ground of knowing. Firmnet means firm, foundational, solid ground for me.
Ground.
Because I can't get in, I can't take myself out of this is me in this cup, in the soil, the ground, and all that, right? And
Yes.
you can come get in this cup, right? So it's for me. This is my solid firmness that's gonna hold me. As
Right.
this compartment is holding just me. Only I can get in this body. That's my firmness, right? Firm, foundational,
Yes.
solid ground. And
Right.
as I'm
Ground.
experiencing in my firm, foundational, solid ground, here's the magic of this. If I don't like the soil, I can get up at that pot.
That part. That part. That part.
That's the magic of this. You're never stuck. Who told you that? He said something I love. I'm possible. Y'all remember Kim Possible? See how everything is gonna go right back to something in your childhood? Because your child of you is the one that's courageous, the one that's bold, the one that's confident, the one that I got this shit. That's the teenager coming in when I got this. Hello, all that rebelliousness of you that they said was, oh, you need to sit down somewhere, all that and everything. No, baby, no. Go suck that in now. You need all that about you because that makes the superhero come alive in you. See, Kundalani is a superhero.
Every time.
Superhero. You go into this transformation. I know I can. I think I can. I can. I can. Oh, let's go. And you get with that right there. And let's do this.
Yes.
You have to get in tune with you so that you can have a healthy relationship in a whole space of you. Not the HOLE that they tried to bury you and program you in, and you had to go get the shovel and dig you up. I had to go dig me up, right? And I go dig me up,
Mm-hmm.
and I get mad because I got to do this. This is what it looked like when you on this journey. You ain't gonna do this. You don't want to do this. But the more that you keep doing it and whine and I'm just using me, whine and cry and complain and getting mad and I'm still shoveling up. I'm gonna be honest. I am still shoveling because experiencing Kiana is the best experience I have ever had in all of any experience of anything.
Shay,
We ain't gotta dodge bullets no more, Galactic.
ever again, ever, ever.
They want y'all
That's
to
the truth.
die. Tell them about it, bro.
That's the truth. Like, it's things that were really truly meant for us. It's there. It no longer has a point to where it keeps knocking us down. It no longer has no hold. No longer. That's over with. And that was a excellent example that you used, because that
Gratitude.
that just that just shows, like, it's just every time keep knocking down, just gonna get right back up. Get right back up. Puts us back into Neo with Agent Smith, how he said, "Why do you keep persisting?" You see, we won't ever give in or give up, because giving in is just made to manifest in the world that basically is set in stone to where, hey, as long as we're on our 2 feet, we'll never go down.
And here's
Rather,
the
if
other
it's
thing with that. I don't need my 2 feet as long as I can
I
lift my hands
lift
above
your
my head
hands,
and hold
yes,
my head up.
head up.
Ain't nothing you can do. I don't
That's
need feet, baby. I fly.
that's it.
Ding. That's why I like I Dream a Genie. Blink. Play with me
That's
if
it.
you want to. Blink. See why you wanted to blink us and zap us and all this other nonsense. I know now how to and be determined,
True
dedicated, disciplined. 3Ds. Determined, dedicated,
it
disciplined.
and discipline.
What happens is your Merkaba, light as a feather, you're going to have to be real serious this time, real determined, dedicated, and disciplined. I gave you an S because you were a superstar. But determined, dedicated, and disciplined, and take yourself there as much as you can so that you can walk on water. That's what it looked like to walk on water, because you in your light body. You done removed yourself out of your lower chakra in your feelings and emotions about people, places, and things. You a whole shining star. You better go look up stars, and now then you'll know why I'm like I am. I would tell anybody in a minute, baby, no, you ain't no celebrity. You a superstar. For real.
Yes.
You know how much force is in and behind the star? A rocket ain't got nothing on a star, baby. People use technology and scientists to try to understand the star. You can't never understand energy to that level and capacity. That's how much pressure you really are.
Wow.
You see them shooting stars in the sky? It takes them like years to build up that much energy before it shoots off.
Mm-hmm.
It takes these people, human, mortal people, whatever, earthlings, years. and years and hours to steal what they have not identified yet is the force that is in a star. You are the force to be reckoned with. Hold your head up high
Ah,
because you've made it. High.
that's it.
Why are you looking up in the sky? That's why they do everything out here to the weather and the temperature and all this other stuff. Because they don't want you to see you. But I can close my eyes and go wherever I want to.
Once,
I'm gonna do
exactly.
my brother like, and I can see our stage right now and fools of people. And we ain't inside, we outside.
Ah,
Outside.
we
Ah,
outside.
we
We
outside.
outside.
Let's go outside. Right.
We
This year
outside.
we going outside.
Outside.
Shout out to all the people that are here that are watching the show. I'm Kiana Turner, your self-actualization coach, author, speaker, mental health advocate, peer support. Basically, I'm Key that got a key to her own treasure box, and I unlock that and I share that with people on my show. If you would like to be a guest on the show, just put that down there. We'll connect. I don't do all the other stuff that everybody else do. My stuff is simple. Photo and name, and I got the rest. I just wanted y'all to know that this is real. This real journeying. And this journey ain't been, oh, it's been easy. Can you make that? No. You do, Mel? Okay. You know who Mel is, Galactic, so we ain't worried about it. We know who you okay. But it ain't been easy. I done jumped planes. I done left family members. I done because I love my peace and I love me. I still heal. I still go cry and do the work, but I also know that I have creativity that needs to get done. And that's what I see. I just told my friend that she was like, like Field of Dreams. We was we're both awake. So she's talking about, Key, don't forget if you could dream it, you can create it. And I said, well, I don't remember my dreams all the time. So I see with my eyes open. She looked at me. She said, girl, yeah, because then you can create it faster.
For real. That's no joke. That's no joke. No joke at all.
You can create it faster if you can see with your binoculars open.
Open.
Because the resonance, what to do, you ain't got to go be like, okay, I need somebody to help me decipher this dream. If you can see with your eyes open,
Open.
ooh, you better go get that pen and that notebook and quit playing with yourself while you over here trying to tell somebody that. Stop playing with me. You playing with you. You the gardener. You the fence. You the fertilizer. You the roses out there with whatever type of seed that you are. Do you even know what type of seed you are? Do you know where you come from?
Hey, look, check this out. I've even looked that up. Look, my feedback that came back to me, I'm all of it. I'm between the Pleiadian, the all of it, whatever you can name. But at the end of it, it really brought me to a point of where it told me something to where uh it was a speaker, it was a alignment, and it also gave me a bridge. It gave me a bridge as well. So
A
I was
real
like, wow,
bridge.
a bridge in between the light and the darkness.
Did the bridge look like it had where it had to be unlocked?
Nah, it was more likely I bring people together because of my words. It's more than likely changing the tune of it. Like the bridge that I saw, it was a colorful bridge, but the same way that I did within that video, that was the same bridge. Same bridge.
So Uh, I'm musical, so I started. That's my guitar playing. That's my. Remember, I said Jimi Hendrix, Prince, Michael Jackson. Uh, um, well, I can't think of his name. Um, Rick. Rick James.
Ah,
Okay, that's my guitar people. Like,
right.
stop. So when you were saying that, you're the
Yes,
bridge to the gateway. The
I'm the
bridge,
bridge
yes,
gateway.
Mel, Rick James. The bridge. You know, the the break. When they do the bridge time when and
Yes.
all the music and instruments is playing and the people who sang and they singing the chorus over and over again. You the bridge.
Bridge. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
And it,
that your tune is always constant and constant and constant. Yes, but what I'm talking about, he's the bridge. Well, she said she's gonna go look up a song. But in that bridge part where it is that break, and then all the and all
dum,
the
dum,
instruments be
dum.
playing.
Yeah,
Yes,
everything starts to come in. Yeah, for real. Like after,
yes, you allow that right there because you don't allow nonsense. You don't allow drama. You don't allow dysfunction. You
absolutely.
just you don't you the messy stuff that ain't about to happen.
Right.
And you're saying you seeing yourself stand there, you're able to see within. You're able to see that far. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm at the bridge, I'm seeing miles away of people coming before they even get here. So I'm already knowing. We
Absolutely.
have to stay in our knowing. We have to stay in our knowing. But I have been here with you, and y'all already know. Is you about to go live today? You is?
Later, a little bit later on, I'm gonna speak more in depth in it, and like it come clear as day, comes clear as day.
Right.
I'm gonna go
I'll
into a deeper depth of it.
I think I got one of the notebooks here. If not, it's going to come clear to me because I do have one of them where you say clear. That means I do need to give the message of clear the clouds.
Yes,
And we already know the clouds are not real, but I had to use the actual metaphor of the clouds itself, but they're people and they're
the
you.
people.
They're
Yes,
people. What type of cloud are you and what type of person in there? And because everything is so inverted, actually understanding that a rain cloud does not mean it's bad. Understanding just because the storm clouds and tornado type stuff and hurricane weather does not mean that it is bad. Everything is not bad. The
yes.
things that quote unquote are so bad, why don't you redirect and look at it in a different mindset?
Mindset.
Meaning you got to set your eyes differently first. You got to set
Right.
your eye.
Right.
Your eye is already there. So you got to really set
Yes.
your mind and basically go sit yourself down so that you can align with your third eye, the pineal gland upstairs, the upper room.
Mhm.
The hello. That's why grandma said she going in the closet. You know why she went in the closet? Where she was come on in the room.
No.
Come on. Shout out to the Mississippi Mass Choir. Hello. Okay. And Grandma Dukes, who we know is not here, but she is here in spirit because all of us still sing it the same way. Come on in the room. She was talking about you going into the room of yourself. She might not didn't know how to tell you, but she did know that I'm gonna go in the closet. I don't know whose closet got lights in there, unless you got these new closets, these walk-in closets with these light switches or whatever, whatever. But when you come from grandma, come from the backwoods, Mississippi, we have lights in the closet, the bathroom, the kitchen, the living room, your bedroom, and all these lights better not be on in the house. You
That's
lost your mind.
that truthfully. That truthfully for real. That's how all the South is.
Hello? And grandma in that back room and you hear her, I bet you won't go up in there. I bet you ain't unless you somebody like me. I'm going there. I'm gonna go pray with grandma. I'm gonna go with you know. But when you understand that that song is, we don't know really how old, it's old. But grandmama knew to go in the closet, to get low, to get dark, to get darker than dark, because you close that door in the closet, it's dark, dog. It's closed in
Mhm.
there, got to move them. They probably got a crack in the closet, so you want to close that crack off too, because you don't want no light shining on you that's artificial, because you want to receive the authentic light,
Right.
authentic light from within, so that you can see clearly and get direction.
Yeah. That's it.
Ah,
That's it. And
but you
that's
picking up the phone and calling somebody.
hey, and that's the thing about it too. They never wanted us to find that out. They never wanted us to find that out. Why do you think when they say, well, in prayer, they always tell us, you can either pray out loud or pray to yourself. When most people were praying to themselves, right? That's the deeper, darkest part inside of the body. They never wanted us to do that, right? Because we would find out something that most could not discover. The discovery was, like you said, it wasn't a physical room. No, it was always this temple of discovery, the mystery school.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that left that question mark. Every time, that's why we always say, well, why do we feel like we always got to question ourselves? Or why do we always got to feel like we got to question others? That was the question. You see, they say you'll never know if you don't ask questions.
But they don't teach you to ask
Ask
yourself a question. You
yourself
talk
the
to
question.
yourself, everything that deals with self, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And you said, yeah, the Bible is the opening to discovering you. That's if you take it like that, like having the spiritual insightful moment. I
That's
mean,
it.
the soul of you, which is that's the full part. That part is going to flick the light switch in you, which registers because light is electromagnetic. So
Electromagnetic. Yes.
up here, it's going to connect because the thought of what this is in front of me and the soul of you now has allowed insight so that you can see in the
And and
dark.
guess and guess who the third person was? Guess who the third person was?
Who was the third
Third
person?
person.
Who
Third
was the
person.
third person?
Do
Third
you not
person.
have two? Do you not have two witnesses right here? One, two.
Hello, and that me, and me does this right here.
Yeah, for real.
Right here. And it actually isn't, it actually is not where you're supposed to put it right here. It goes here.
It
Because
actually
why?
goes there.
You can
Yes.
shut eyes right here and allow the real, genuine eye,
I
the genuine eye to direct thee, because now I'm sitting with me, and me in the temple of me, because you don't want to teach it right. I'm going to teach it right. The temple of me.
mm-hmm.
Well, dwell means
Well,
abide somewhere. So why would you say Jesus needs to dwell in you? Oh, because I am. Because I am. And I can say that and not even be how I probably used to be, because somebody tried to shut me down for that, because I grasped that and I was like, I know my kids was here, but it was still that I grasped because of the fact I take on things that are dealing with
Mm,
myself, like the fruit of the spirit. First of all, it said, "Be ye fruitful." I wouldn't look that up. Be, which is meaning you.
yeah.
Ye meaning are. What? Oh,
Ye are the fruit.
you are
You
the fruit.
are. You are the fruit.
Gentleness, meekness, joy, love, patience. The one that nobody can really master is called self control. Stop trying to
Oh,
control somebody else.
you hit it right on point.
That's why it's the last one. Because the last one is still gonna make you, if you ain't understood, need to go back before, need to go read. You need to go comprehend some. Galatians 5 itself is talking about you and how you have allowed yourself to be attached to all these entities in this world right here to take you from you. It's
You.
wrote down in parables because that's just how they did that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But when you comprehend that you are the light, that's Matthew 5:14. You are the light. Oh, and I got some more for you. It did turn before it even told you you are the light. If you go up, it was telling you be the light. Then it tells you that you're a light on a city, on a hill. Do what? That looked like a whole light tower to me.
It is.
Then it tells you this is still in Matthew 5. This is like in a couple of scriptures that are like this all together, right? Then it says, "You are salt," and if the salt loses its savor, savor is essence. Imagine losing your authentication. What makes you you? What makes you spicy? What makes you? Oh, I'm an emotional gangster. You know, like
Hey,
I'm an emotional gangster. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm an emotional gangster because I have feelings that I have to fine tune. See, it's so much work to self. I ain't got time to be in your business, they business, her business, anybody business. I don't give a damn. It ain't my business. It don't belong to Kiana. Fine tuning most definitely takes time with any instrument. Hmm. So if my instrument is fine tuned, and that means that my eye can sing, my eye can sing to
mm,
me. It can let me know some things. I can vibrate easily in the valley of the shadow of death. Because we lived we were hello.
way up
We
there.
were
Sure.
we were giants. You're not gonna have
You
giants in the
were.
Bible. I don't understand why did David go slay a giant? Because that was a wild giant. But y'all didn't talk about the good giants and everything that was going on because of the fact that you don't want us to know who we are. And knowing who you are isn't half the battle. It's the entire battle.
An entire bottle. Yeah.
Collective, what three things of advice would you give to anyone out here standing in their truth and respecting who they are?
I would say when you stand in your truth, regardless, no matter how things may get or how you may see things on the opposite end of each turntable, you see, it still creates another space for you to where you no longer have to pivot or fall ever.
Mm,
Because within the deepest part of you, if it brings joy to you, guess what? Can nobody break that? Nobody. Because you went so many go so deep into themselves that they find it, they see it, makes them smile more, it makes them light up a lot more. Won't nobody else know that. They only see that you smile, you see. But they'll never know what's here that returns to the heart, you see.
mm,
So the greatest part I would say is if you know what you know, stand on it like a firm foundation. You see, And that's the greatest part. That's the greatest part. As long as it helps you grow, no matter how someone else may see it, guess what? That'll never change within us. You see,
Mhm.
and that's the unlockable part. So yeah, we may have those. We may have a few against us, but guess what? That don't change. It don't change how you feel inside. Don't change.
Mm-mm.
We were never sent here to fear, but we were sent here to open within ourselves.
Mhm. Mhm. That's a whole
So,
mic drop. I felt that.
so the other part is don't ever be enclosed to yourself because as long as you're enclosed to yourself, it'll never expand. Therefore, it only sets limitations, knowing we can go past those limitations. And I'm gonna put, for example, how Dragon Ball Z went. Goku, for instance. You see, he never set limits upon himself, but for everything he loved, he dug deep within his soul and unlocked something that no one thought he could possibly do or surpass. And all they could just do was, wow. So that comes back to, you know how I say they can feel our presence even when we're not in the room.
Mhm.
That's the surpassing stage.
Yes.
How they said, wow, I feel this strong energy. Like, where's it coming from? They were nowhere in sight. But when they finally popped up, he's getting stronger or she's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's our energy
Mhm.
that creates that whole lightness that makes that whole body shine inside out. It's that glow in its
Mhm.
truest form. Yeah.
I just want to let you know, Galactic, I have been fill my cup
Can you hear
up.
me?
Yes,
It's
I
the
hear you.
connection.
It's the connection.
Yeah, see, it,
Oh,
it's
it's frequency. See
it's
how I want to do us. See how I want to do us. See how I want to play with us and everything. It's okay, you guys. This is what it looks like when you're over here speaking in your divine calling gift and being honest and being you. So until next time, you guys, you can catch Galactic Emperor on the TikTok streets. Catch him, get in the room. He has fabulous, amazing, understanding conversations, you guys. But for right now, I just want to let you know I'll see you Sunday. Deuces. Get ready for my next guest, Miss Terry. And she's going to bring us some poetry, spoken word, a little song or two, but she's going to bring herself. So for right now, you guys continue being fabulous, fierce, and being yourself, and always stand in your truth and respect who you are. Deuces.